You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email Ben at varsitymedia.net. Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
The Varsity Media Sports Network proudly welcomes you to Victor High School, the site of today's Class A semifinal in boys lacrosse. As the top seed, the Panthers of Pittsford taking on the Cadets of Hilton. So glad you're with us. My name is Gene Battaglia, our director Joel Balthaser, Spencer and CVC on camera, as we're going to have a lot of angles, a lot of replays for you. And it is a season that, of course, you work year-round in this sport. It began back in March, and these two teams actually met back on March 30th. It was the first Section 5 game of the season as we take a look for those Pittsford Panthers. Pittsford winning that game 15-3 at Hilton. It's a Pittsford team that has been in control this year, 15-2 their overall record. Only two losses to Fayetteville Manlius out of Syracuse. And then a game we did on the Varsity Media Sports Network, probably the game of the year, Victor winning in overtime. Thomas Gravino with the game winner. As the Hilton Cadets coming in at 9-8. Andrew Whipple, the head coach, longtime coach at Pittsford. In his second year, Tim Burns, the head coach of the Hilton Cadets. Today's starting lineups, and for the Panthers at 15-2, they're going to go once again with Nolan Dehan in goal. 54%. He's going to be counted by Jason Mosier. Mosier, one of the best in Section 5 at 64%. And he's going to need to stand on his head today, certainly. Leading scorers for this Hilton team, Chase Wilson can put that ball in the net, as well as Aiden Cawley, 41 goals, both on the season. As we take a look at our players to watch, Wilson and Cawley, again, putting up those points. Rex Kesselring, one of many talented attackers and middies for this Pittsford team. Kesselring with 39 goals on the season. But what Hilton is going to have to deal with here is the ride, the defense. Noah Heavesel leading that defense for Pittsford. 49 ground balls on the season. Pittsford in the whites as the top seed. Hilton coming in with the black and red school colors, as it will be right at the face-off X on that Victor logo here today. Beautiful afternoon on this Friday before Memorial Day. Glad you're with us, as it will be Hilton to start off, but it'll amount to what is a clearing attempt, is going right up the middle. It's going to be knocked down, basically intercepted by Peter Roussel. So the good ride right off the bat here. And now the Panthers will go to work. Just underway here today, the Class A semifinal. The other semifinal will feature McQuaid against Penfield. The championship game coming back at St. John Fisher University, Tuesday, May 30th. It'll be at 7:30, and you can get the tickets online right now at the Section 5 website. It's a Pittsford team that gets here to the semifinal thanks to a convincing 17-0 win over the East United Eastridge team. Luke Fliss fires, and that will be sent wide, and the possession will continue. Hilton, the 5 seed in this tournament, they get here thanks to a 10-7 win against Rush Henrietta. Brady gets behind the cage, giving it over, as with it will be Ian Erskine. Back up top it goes to Fliss. Fliss fires, sends it wide, possession continuing here for Pittsford. Yeah, you look at the weather forecast. We are in luck. I don't see any rain for any of the Class B semifinals tomorrow. Tuesday and Wednesday look like they're going to be spectacular evenings out at Fisher. And again, if you can't make it to Fisher, we will have those for you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network as another shot will be bounced wide. Avery Valenti, who has really come on this year, the first-year player with 24 goals. Had a nice game in the game we did against Penfield back in April. Brady Getz will give it back up to Fliss, and that ball will roll over to Ben Steingas. Steingas gets a pick, and now we'll pull back. We're going on a minute and a half on this possession here for Pittsford as Panthers are letting those shots go. Good movement. Miller defensively there for Hilton. Ball going to the far side of Brady Getz. Miller number 15 is that's going to go to the end line, and racing to the end line, Rex Kesselring. Brady Quill, the defender for Hilton, number 14 with the long pole. He'll fight his way through a pick. That's going to result in a ground ball, but Brady Getz picking it up quickly, and it's going to be stripped away. The Hilton defense standing tall. Here's the clearing attempt coming up for the Cadets. So Hilton certainly the underdog in this game, running it right up the middle of the field. Robert Taddeo, and Taddeo will get the clear. Stepping into the box, and the first time today, we see Hilton going to work here on offense. If you're just logging on, we are just underway here. Aiden Cawley with 41 goals on the season. Chase Wilson, number 4, also 41 goals on the season. Luke Schindler is in the middle of this formation, number 7. Defensively there for Pittsford is Ben Steingas behind the cage. Pike will have it along the near side, dishing it back up top. Nicholas Feedy handing it over to the far numbers. Nate McPherson, the defender on the far side. Number 13, the defender now that's going to be stripped. Here's the clearing attempt coming up on the far side. So again, both teams not able to get a shot on goal here in their first possession, and maybe a little bit of nerves here in the semifinal as Hiesel will throw it ahead. Steingas stepping into the box. Successful clear for Pittsford. The second possession here for the Panthers. A lot of communication down in the field as Valenti will hand it off to Steingas. Hilton calling out the assignments here. So Jackson Green wearing Caleb Lewis's number. Green's such a versatile player. He's calling for it on the far side. Instead, on the near hash, back up top this goes. Steingas over to Green on the far side. Green's going to draw the long pole, and that will go out. Still Pittsford ball. Carl Coons, the big man, patrolling behind the net. The defender, and that's going to be a loose ball. Still being contested, but with time to recover is Rex Kesselring. Kesselring pulling back there as Brady Quill coming out to challenge him. Green, far side, fires off the iron, carrying out all the way near midfield. 50-50 ball as Green firing that one and then racing down, and it's saved. Avery Valenti with the ground ball. So break there for Hilton is that ball caroming, but possession continuing here for Pittsford. Green on the near hash, sends it over to the far side. Steingas trying to make his move. Steingas. Shot from the outside will go wide by Valenti. Jason Mosier, 64% his save percentage on the season. Wearing those sweatpants today as Green back up top. Erskine now to the near side. The shot going down low, and Mosier makes the save. Might have been going wide, but Kesselring is denied. And another clearing attempt, third clearing attempt coming up here for the Cadets. We are still looking for our first score. And the ride successful. Beautiful play by Nate McPherson, number 13, giving his team the possession back as Avery Valenti stepping into the box. And we identified that being the problem right at the top here for Hilton. If their defense can get it over midfield, and that's twice today, the ride successful here for Pittsford. We're past the midway point of the first quarter, and we are still looking for our first tally here. As Green will send it behind the net. Brady Miller, number 15, moving around defensively. Also out there is Aiden Cowley working both ends of the field. Coons defensively for Hilton. Good rotation here as Green between the hashes. Now to the near side over to Fliss. Down low, feed back up top. Fliss fires and sends it wide. Ian Erskine will pick up a ball from the end line. The official didn't like that ball for some reason. Rolls it out. Picks up another. We're back underway. Kesselring now in the middle of this formation, along with Green. Fliss at the numbers. Erskine dishing it back over as they work it around. Shot from the outside, bouncing it wide is Valenti. Fliss. Back over to Green. Ian Erskine on the far side. And again, Pittsford working it around clockwise. Long possession once again here for the Panthers. You've yet to see the slow play warning come into effect here. Shot from the outside, bouncing it wide is Valenti once again. Fliss. Brady gets as Green now in the middle of this formation. Braden Pike on him defensively. Pittsford has yet to get a shot on goal in this sequence. As the feet down low, here's an opportunity, the shot and the goal. And Pittsford breaks through first, it's 1-0. That's number 16, Ian Erskine, with his 29th of the season. Green drawing the attention. And the slide coming over just a little late, and tough to read that, kind of through a screen. Good play by Ian Erskine, the junior. It's 1-0.
Pittsburgh Panthers ball says first of the day, scored by number 16, Ian Erskine.
As the ride here once again causing some issues, as that's going to be thrown away. Hilton cannot save it. It's going to go back over to Pittsford. Brady Quill was getting pressured, trying to get it over to his keeper, Mosier. Just a little too high. And the problem for Hilton, they've been on this end of the field here for most of this first quarter. 1-0 is our score. Brady gets behind the cage. Braden Miller has the long pole on the left side. Here's the shot from the outside that Steingast sends wide. Green on the far hash. Now to the near side, comes over. Jackson Green fires, sends it high and wide. Get another long possession here. Steingast over to Green, back to Steingast. Colin Cahill is getting a run in there as well, number 2. He's in the middle of this formation. Feet down low. Good ball movement, and the save is made by Mosier. That'll carry him out and out of play. Still Pittsford ball. Brady gets to inbound. 2 saves so far for Jason Mosier. 1-0 our score remains. Steingast. Good footwork there by number 3, Luke Lockhart. And another save made by Mosier. Mosier going down low, and Coons to walk it up the field. So this has been the bugaboo here and there it is again. The clearing attempt just not crisp, as it will be Brady Getz bringing it back. Hilton is going to have to figure out a way to solve that ride, as now there's a shot and a goal. Rex Kesselring with his team leading 40th. And it's 2-0 Panthers. Peter Roussel to take the draw here for the Panthers. 2-0 is our score. 2 minutes to go here in the first. So we have the loose ball push. It will be over to Hilton.
That's Kessel running on the goal for a first time. Panthers lead 2-0 with just under 2 to play.
So the idea here for Hilton would be just simply, like, at the very least here, get a good possession. Don't let Pittsford get the ball back here, as we're down now to 1:35 remaining in the first. Noah Heasel, the defender on the far side, number 26. The interception nearly is Green knocking it down, but recovering is going to be Pike. Feed in front is knocked away. 50-50 ball, and coming up with that ground ball, Keegan Ahern. In transition, Pittsford getting the ball back. We're down to 1:08 remaining in the quarter. Kesselring back up top as Green helping to create that turnover. And now the Panthers have their personnel in once again on offense. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. Avery Valenti between the hashes. Right hash sending it down low, giving it over to Luke Fliss. Pittsford working it around. The shot from the outside hits the iron. Valenti's shot caroms all the way to the other side of the field. 50-50 ball that Pittsford will come up with. Quickly get back going the other way. 22 seconds remaining in the quarter. As Fliss brings it back into the box. Back over to Green, who fires and sends it wide. That'll stop the clock with 16 seconds remaining. Pittsford is getting to those 50-50 balls here today. Second time they've hit the post. See if Green will create here as he's at the top of this formation. 7 seconds remaining in the quarter. Green trying to make it happen. Green going in. Green, one-handed goal! Jackson Green with 2 seconds remaining in the quarter. Amazing strength by number 29. Did you know you could do that? Not too many could do that. A one-handed goal by Jackson Green as the horn will sound. Fantastic first quarter here, and we have Pittsford off to the 3-0 lead. We'll take a quick break here. This is the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Was his first of the day, scored by number 29, Jackson Green. That was Green unassisted.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your events or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back here to Victor High School, site of our Class A semifinal here between Pittsford and Hilton. Pittsford the top seed, Hilton the 5, as we take a look at how we got to here. And at the top of the bracket, it's Pittsford over East United. Hilton with the minor upset over RH. And coming up, it's McQuaid, who took care of Greece, and Penfield, who may end up being in this final as well. Penfield getting here thanks to a convincing 8-3 win over Fairport. That will be following this game, 7 o'clock. The scheduled face-off here tonight from Victor. And again, the ultimate prize, well, that will be decided coming up on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., the scheduled face-off at St. John Fisher University. As for the first time since COVID began, we have the championships back at Fisher, and that such a great setting there, Groundy Stadium, just able to bring everybody together here in Section 5, and we invite you out, of course. Gene Battaglia with you here today from Victor High School, as not able to save it was Cowley. So, again, it's going to be over to Pittsford, and, gosh, we don't have the football time of possession here working, but we could tell you it's been clearly in favor of young men in white here today. As Steingas, along with Jackson Green going back to work. Jackson Green, that is one of those goals you could submit to any highlight show tonight. Fantastic play. Somebody's got a hashtag SC Top 10 for that. Green on the near numbers. It's Steingas going to receive this ball. And for this Hilton defense, they've got to dig deep here. Try to get another stop as Green dishing it back up top to Steingas. Double team comes over. Feed to Fliss on the far side. Steingas with it. Erskine on the near side. Back to Steingas. And he'll pull back altogether. Minute 12 gone by here in the second. Pittsford being patient. Steingas fires and scores! Ben Steingas getting his 20th of the season, and it's 4-0. So 4 different goal scorers as Steingas joining the party. That pick in the spot there. And the celebratory jump there. Luke Fliss jumping in is now back at the X. McPherson racing in to help out. And we have the possession, and is it a timeout call? It is. So the possession going as Rex Kesselring able to come up with that ground ball, and Pittsford using one of their timeouts to maintain the possession. We're early on here in the second. It's 4-0 Pittsford, the Class A semifinal in boys lacrosse on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience...
Good timeout called by Pittsford to maintain the possession, and they are in control in this game. Winner of this game to face the winner, McQuaid Penfield. So can Mosier come up big here for the Cadets as Steingas gets it over Valenti, who fires it just wide. So Erskine, Kesselring, Green, and Steingas, your goal scorers this afternoon. Green in the middle of this formation. He's going to draw a lot of attention now. Comes out to the near side. The shot, the turnaround, and looking for a second today was Kesselring, just missing. Still Panther ball. Green over to the near side. Steingas over to Valenti, and that's knocked down in front. Ground ball being pushed around. Jackson Green has a beat on it. He gets to that ground ball, sends it over. Unsettled situation is going in. The shot just going wide by Brady Getz, and a flag coming down. So we will have our first man up here of the afternoon. As will be Coons to take a knee. So Carl Coons, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute.
1 minute for unnecessary roughness.
First man up here for either team this afternoon as Panthers work it around quick. Just the 5 defenders out there for the Cadets as Fliss gets the open shot, and Mosier picking that one up. It was going wide, but it allows him, but the outlet pass being contested, kicking it ahead and coming up with that ground ball. is number 26, Noah Heasel, his team-leading 50th ground ball this season. That results in a shot. The save made, kicks out to the far side. 9 seconds remaining here in the man-up, but the possession continuing here for Pittsford. We have a stoppage here. Fliss to inbound. Gets it over to Green. Green to the near side. And we're back to even strength as Green has that defender coming from behind. That defender being Braden Pike joining his teammates. As Coons will be out of this formation. So the first order of business, Hilton able to kill the man up, but they got to get the possession back here. As Green goes to work. Double team comes over. Green finds his man, but then just right through. Ground ball on the far side, and plenty of time there for number 9, Rex Kesselring, to get to that. So some good teamwork here by the Panthers. Valenti on the near hash. Valenti fires, and the save is made by Mosier. Rebound kicks up high to the far side by Brady Getz. Mosier keeping his team in this. Luke Fliss going to work. Fliss back up top. Green makes a move. Green shoots and scores. Second today for number 29, Jackson Green, and it's 5-0. Jackson Green wearing number 29 in honor of his friend and teammate Caleb Lewis, who we played football with. Injury keeping Lewis here out of the lacrosse season. That's the ultimate gesture when somebody else wears your number. And well, not only wears number, but to play like that, Jackson Green, who normally was wearing number 4, now with 19 goals on the season. Kesselring on the far side, guarded by Brady Quill. Pittsford with their foot on the gas here as they lead 5-0 and another possession. Colin Cahill, the senior, getting another run in. He's on the near side wearing number 2. As head coach Andrew Whipple rotating his personnel. Cahill gets it over to Steingas. As now we're past the midway point here of the second quarter. Fliss looking to dish it off back up top. The shot, and Mosier gets another piece of it. By my count, that's the 5th save today for Mosier. It still will be Pittsford possession. Brady Getz over to Cahill. Cahill making a move. Cahill fires and sends it wide. As Fliss with it, he's going to be guarded by Colton Thorpe. Thorpe with it. Fires, sends it wide, but that's saved. Brady Getz with it. 5:10 remaining here in the second quarter. Getz drawing the long pole of Coons. Coons trying to prevent him from going in. The shot, the save is made once again by Mosier. And the rebound once again controlled by Pittsford. Shot by Fliss is in. Luke Fliss with his 13th of the season. It's now 6-0. And we get a timeout called by Tim Burns. As Hilton with a little bit of an issue here, now down 6-0 as we take another look Luke Fliss, he'll be back for another year. He is a junior midi on this team. This was back on March 30th, which I remember that was the opening day of baseball, and it was really, really cold. So 17-2, and for Pittsford, that was their first Section 5 game of the year, having to make that trek up Manitou Road and heading on over by Frisbee Hill. We take a look here at Class A, and isn't it funny, like just a few teams, but Victor is in Class B. Victor down at that, but we've had some great finals over the years, haven't we? But we can tell you there's going to be a new champion this year as Fairport falling to Penfield. So great look here for Pittsford to get to their first final, their first championship since 2017. Great work by our director, Joel Balthaser. CVC and Spencer on camera here today, 4:52. Coming up at the half, we are scheduled to be joined by two men who are retiring. I can't believe it. That would be Pittsford Athletic Director Scott Barker and Hilton Athletic Director Mike Geruzzi. So for one of these two men, this will be their final boys lacrosse game in their fine careers. So it's going to be a fun conversation. We're hoping to get both men on at the same time here. What great contributions they have made here to Section 5 athletics. Off the timeout, once again, it's going to be the Panthers, and they can afford to be choosy here. As behind the cage, this will go to Erskine. So 5 different goal scorers here as that shot will go wide, but still held in by the Panthers. Fliss looking for his second, that'll go wide. Fliss with it. Fliss shoots. Save is made. Mosier coming out and challenging him. Mosier feeding it up the middle here as Michael Matrano trying to weave his way through traffic. Big clearing attempt coming up here for Hilton, and they want to be cautious as they will call the timeout. So Hilton out of timeouts in this half as head coach Tim Burns wants to make sure his team gets a good clear here. With 3:38 remaining, we will take a quick break here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and...
So Hilton, this has been their issue here, the clears. Pittsford so vicious, and here they are once again. They take it right away, but wait. What do we have? Do we have the offside? We have an offside. So it will be Hilton with what's been not a scene we've seen too often here in the first half. An opportunity for them to get on the board here. Just get a possession as Aiden Cowley drawing the long pole of Nate McPherson. Running the football end zone. Cowley still with it. McPherson following him the whole way, and Cowley will pull back and reset here. Getting it over to Braden Pike. Pike with those pink cleats, guarded by Green. Green's not going to let him in, and they're going to call the little extra push from behind. So for the first time today, Hilton will go on the man up here. And that comes with 2:40 remaining here in the second. Now, if you're calling this like a hockey game, if you're going to push from behind, they're going to call that more often than not. And just the way that Green was on the backside there, that will get called every time. Nolan Dehan, the keeper, still looking for his first save, but now he's looking here at a really nice opportunity. As on the far side, that's knocked away, recovered by Colton Thorpe. Good rotation. Pike with it over to the near side. Pike fires, and the save is made. Going down low is number 11, Jason Mosier. Hitting his man in stride. Green out of the box as we're back to even strength. In transition, loose ball in front. The shot off the iron! And we get a whistle, and it's going to be a crease violation. So one to count anyways. Some wild action here as we take another look. Our director, Joel Balthaser, who comes up with that ground ball, and right at the end there, the foot going into the crease. Now, can Hilton get a clear? Remember, they're out of timeouts here. And they find some space on the far side. So getting on the board would go a long way here as we're nearing the end of the first half. Luke Lockhart handing it off. Gets it over to Cowley, Aiden Cowley. Drawing the long pole of Dane Lewis, number 42. Good footwork by Lewis. As the underhand little pass, and that floats through. I don't think that was intended to be a shot, but nonetheless it gets through to Dehan. Dehan making the save, and the clear will be successful. As in transition, it'll be DeMeo. DeMeo stepping into the box, and now he's going to pull back, and Pittsford will get their personnel in with 47 seconds remaining here in the half. Steingas on the far side. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Cahill with it. Whistle and a timeout. So Andrew Whipple will use his second and final timeout here of the half. Well, coming up, we will be talking to two men who have meant so much to their schools here. Mike Giaruzzi, the athletic director at Hilton, who is retiring. And you look at his resume. The SUNY Brockport grad has done so much here, not just at Hilton, but as part of the New York State Athletic Association. And not only is he retiring, Scott Barker is retiring. Scott Barker, his statement when he announced that he was stepping aside. Now, he'll be here a little longer, I suppose, but for Scott Barker, this will be his last spring season. And Scott Barker certainly meaning a lot to Section 5 football as well. So we'll be joined by both athletic directors coming up at the half. Weather here today, you couldn't ask for anything nicer, as we have 67 degrees. Tomorrow we'll get up to a high of 70. And the interesting thing is probably the two best teams in Section 5 lacrosse, at least by record and ranking, Pittsford in Class A, and the team that sometimes is in Class A, but not this year, Victor. They'll be playing tomorrow in Class B. Victor and Irondequoit. See if the Eagles can be thinking upset tomorrow. So off the timeout, Pittsford will have their play ready to go here. And again, it was Jackson Green one-handed goal at the end of the first half. Green fires, and Mosier the save again. Mosier outlet pass. Here come the Cadets as Lockhart bringing it up the middle of the field. Lockhart off to the races, doesn't have much help. Lockhart has to pull it wide. 8 seconds remaining here in the half. Lockhart looking to dish it off. Still with it, beating it back up top. That's going to be knocked down. Tommy Anderson with a deflection there. And our score here at the end of the first half, Pittsford leading Hilton 6-0. We'll take a quick break, and coming up next, we'll be talking to Mike Teruzzi and Scott Parker about what's ahead for both of these men. As again, we're glad you're with us here this afternoon on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email Ben at varsitymedia.net. Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Here at the half from Victor High School. It is the semifinal of Class A in boys lacrosse. Right now, it's Pittsford leading 6-0. Glad you're with us here. Gene Battaglia with you. And two men, if you follow Section 5 athletics, that meant so much. Scott Barker, the athletic director at Pittsford, and Mike Teruzzi, the athletic director at Hilton. And not only do they share the same profession, you're also retiring this year. Before we get to that, first, Scott, your thoughts on your Panthers here and the performance you're seeing in the first half.
Yeah, they've done a great job. I think the key to the game right now is the face-offs. We're winning the face-offs, and really they're 50-50 ground balls. Started to struggle a little bit in the beginning of the game with shooting, but they came around, and it's been a good game so far.
Yeah, and it's another season gone by really quick. Mike, your thoughts on Hilton Athletics? You have the football team getting a sectional championship. Fine year for your programs as well.
Yeah, it's been an exciting year. You know what? We're proud of our cadets no matter what, but it's obviously when they have success. We got great kids, great coaches, but when you look at what our football team, what our cheerleading team was able to do this fall, this winter, our wrestling team, our boys bowling team, just so much success, individual success. But I think, again, the most important thing is we really got great kids that work hard and really value being cadets.
Yeah, as we have a little fun here, our director, Joel Balthaser, coming up with a tale of the tape for both of these men here. Boy, Scott, you went to a school that doesn't even exist anymore.
Right.
Mike, Brockport grad. Scott, I didn't realize you were part of that Ithaca football national champion.
Yeah, the 88 team, I was
Yeah.
a player, and 91 was coaching, so
Wow,
fortunate.
So I guess, Scott, we'll start with you. You made a decision to step away. Well, how did you know this was the time?
Well, I'm not sure I knew it was the exact time, but there were some opportunities that came up over the last 4 or 5 months that were presented to me, and they were great opportunities, and I thought, okay, this is the time to kind of step away a little bit, do something where maybe we're not nights and weekends every single day, and I just think it was time.
Yeah. What are you most proud of at Pittsford?
Wow, that's a great question.
It's a loaded question.
It is.
Yeah.
There's so much, as Mike just said, tremendous coaches, student athletes, and I think the student athlete thing for me is what I'm most proud of. I believe it's 5 straight years of a school of distinction where all of our varsity teams are over a 90 average. So when you combine the academic success and the athletic success, that's really what a student athlete's all about.
Yeah, every Pittsford game I've been at, I've seen you there. Every Hilton game I have seen. Mike, how did you know? Tell us your thoughts here on, you knew it was time to hand the baton off.
I've known. I knew this summer. I turned 55. I've been doing this for 32 years. I love what I do, but as Scott just alluded to, they're long days. Long nights, 5-6 days a week, and I love what I do, and I'll miss what I do, but to be able to have some time to be able to visit my kids, to be able to travel with my wife, just to be able to enjoy the time, was important. So I've known that summer of 23 would be it for me. Again, I've been extremely fortunate. Taught in West Aronicoit for 9 years with great mentors and leaders, was a director in Greece for 7, and have had the great fortune to be in Hilton Central for 16 years, and again, with great people. I try to, hopefully get better every day, and I value the people we work with, the great individuals in our league, Monroe County Public School Athletic Conference, the best league, bar none, in New York State. So I've known I'm going to miss it immensely. I love this, even though the score is not where I want it to be. I wish it was reversed, but I love education-based athletics and being out there and watching our kids compete. So I'll miss that, but I knew it was time.
Yeah, and you're both administrators as we kind of wrap up, but you're also educators. So if we can kind of wrap up with one question, what is one piece of advice you can kind of give us both here as far as whether it's a student, whether it's we want to get better, we want to learn, what is it something that you can kind of part us with?
I've always been process-driven. I think you gotta work hard, try to do the right thing, make good decisions, and work hard each and every day, and you focus on that process and take pride in that, and then hopefully you get the product that you want. So I think, continue to work hard, deal with adversity, and learn to, each and every day get better, but really put that work in and try to do things the right way, and good things will happen.
Coach, what would you say?
I think for me it's constant, continuous improvement, constantly evaluating your program, your coaches, speaking to the student athletes about doing your best every single day, whether it's in school, on the field. What can you do every day to make yourself better? And that's probably the advice I'd give to anybody.
Scott Barker, who is stepping aside as AD, Mike Geruzzi as Hilton. Thank you both, gentlemen, for all your contributions here to Section 5 Athletics.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We will have the second half coming your way next. It's Pittsford leading here 6-0. The Class A semifinal in boys lacrosse on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Back here at Victor High School. Again, thanks to Scott Barker. Thanks to Mike Geruzzi. And I joke with Scott Barker. I'm like, I was trying to make you cry. Couldn't make him do it. Congratulations on fine careers. And hopefully, though, they both have a long, healthy, and happy retirement. As for Hilton, they're going to win the draw here. Get back to work. That's what they needed. Step number one, as it's going to be dished off. No, it's not. Again, that ride so vicious, kicked ahead, and DeMeo will race it ahead. So Pittsford just will not let Hilton set up shop here. Luke Fliss has it between the hashes over to the far side. Avery Valenti. That's Kesselring on the numbers. Here's Fliss with it. Far side. Fliss setting the pick. Valenti. Long possession here as a minute gone by here in the third. 5 different goal scorers for Pittsford in that first half. 2 goals from Jackson Green. 1 unbelievable highlight type of goal where shoots it one-handed as the clock is expiring in the first quarter. Shot and the goal. This one by Ian Erskine, his second of the afternoon. That makes it 7-0. Erskine now with an even 30 on the season. The problem for Hilton is that defense is just going to get worn down here. How about Pittsford? In the sectional so far, they have outscored their opponents 24-0. As another faceoff is going to be won here by Hilton. Drew O'Buck will get to that ground ball. Stepping off the field here, and so Hilton will get a possession. Checking in their personnel is Aiden Cowley on the near side. So Cowley with 41 goals on the season. Number 4, Chase Wilson with 41 goals on the season. As Jack Palmer will take a nice little jaunt. DeMeo, the midi, will draw the assignment. It's Palmer, DeMeo trying not to let him get anywhere near that crease, and DeMeo causes the ball to come out. DeMeo with the cause turnover and the ground ball. It's one of the veterans of the team, Anthony DeMeo, doing those things that get possessions. Is off to the races. It's Jackson Green. Green makes a nice move, sends it over left side in transition. The shot off the iron. Third post today, hit by Pittsford as Coons laying out his man. Carl Coons getting that ground ball, number 31. Chipping it ahead, though, and that is out of bounds. This will be, well, they're going to say it still is Hilton ball, but yeah, to me, I should have gone over to Pittsford, but it'll be the clear that will be good as Pike will bring it ahead. 3 posts today for Pittsford. 7-0 our score remains. 9 minutes remaining here in the third. Cowley fires, sends it over. Pike on the numbers. Pike bringing it ahead. Pike fires. Save is made! Best opportunity this afternoon as Braden Pike is denied by Nolan Dehan. Whistle. And we get the timeout called.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
So Pittsford getting the stop and calling the timeout. When we come back, it's Pittsford leading 7-0 here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your events or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Nolan Dehan with his best save, denying Braden Pike point blank, and the clearing attempt will be coming up here for Pittsford, who leads 7-0. Pittsford here able to get the clear, and they go back to work. Jackson Green sending over to the far side to Luke Fliss. Green making a move. He's got 2 today. So Green with 2 goals, Erskine with 2 goals here for the Panthers. Green working his way in. Green sends it behind. It's up a little high, but it'll be pulled down by Rex Kesselring. Kesselring shoots it just wide. Brady gets closest to where it went out. Moving his way in, the shot and the goal. Lots of steam there for Ben Steingass. His 21st of the season, second today, and the lead grows to 8-0. So Steingass, who had the 4th goal, gets now the goal at 8. And as you see, there's just nobody coming over. Missed assignment there for Hilton. Not much Jason Mosier can do in that situation. Taking the draw for Pittsford is Zachary Bennett, the long pole, up high into the air, bouncing around, and they whistle, and they're going to call the push. Feed on the left side. As it'll be Braden Pike bringing it in. Pike sending it back here as it'll be Hilton going to work. Let's see if the Cadets can get on the board. As that'll be Bennett defensively, the long pole coming out on Cowley. Aiden Cowley trying to make his way in. Cowley fires, and the save is made by Dean, who pushes it off to the far side. And they will say it will be Hilton possession. Keegan Ahern over there defensively for Pittsford. Our score remains 8-0. As Pike way out here. Avery Valenti is looking to give him a little step here, trying to bait him, as now Working his way in is Pike, sends it behind the cage. As that's going to be stripped. Ground ball on the far side. Good stick work there by Noah Heasel. And Heasel comes up with that ground ball. Cause turnover and ground ball. Clearing attempt and finding up to Valenti. Valenti off to the races. To the football 30, football 20, and bounces it just wide. As we take another look here, just great defense here. Initially by number 5, Zachary Bennett. And the save beautifully kicked out. Nolan Dehan, you know in the back of his mind he wants another shutout here. We're past the midway point here of the third. Valenti going in. Pick is set. And yeah, there was a little contact there, and it was let go there as Colin Cahill throws it away. Clearing attempt here for the Cadets. Taddeo fires up to Coons. Coons, that big frame, the football player, making his way through. Coons still with it. He's thinking he wants more. Coons with it, and finally that'll be stripped away. Coons couldn't find anybody to dish it off to. McPherson with the ground ball as McPherson racing up the field. And he'll find the pathway ahead as the clear will be successful. Whistle on the far side and a flag. So we have a penalty. It's going to be going against Hilton, it looks like here. So both teams 0 for 1 with a man advantage here. This would be Pittsford's second of the afternoon. So they're going to call coincidentals here. Also going off for unsportsmanlike is Nolan Dehan, the keeper. So this was behind the play. Something was said. And we're going to have the backup keeper getting a little bit of work in here. Liam Brett. So Liam Brett now for at least the next minute here before they get a whistle or a save time to make the change. Brett will be going in. How often do you see that, a penalty on the keeper? I can't tell you the last time I saw that. But so it is not a man up here for Pittsford. Both teams playing one man shy here for the next minute of play as we're down to 4:32 remaining here in the third. So Jackson Green killing some time. Gets it over to Ben Steingass. When if Green's not going to get any pressure and you're up 8-0, then how long are we going to be here? Now finally Pittsford will get the wheels in motion here. We're down to 25 seconds remaining here in those penalties. It's Braden Pike defensively for the Cadets. And Green looks like he's just content here to let a minute of time go by. Green on the far side. So 2-1, both of the penalties expire. And actually on the far side, working his way back to the cage will be Nolan Dehan. So Dehan coming back out onto the field. Yeah, that's why Pittsford, they actually had to have a man down because they lost their keeper. Here's going to be the ball bouncing to the far side. Still will be Panther possession. Bliss on the left hash. That's Aiden Cowley defensively. Fliss dishing it off to Getz. Brady Getz looking for his first of the afternoon. No, he'll give it back here to Green. Playing catch with Brady Getz. The sophomore, number 1, has 10 goals on the season. Getz right around the crease. Guarded by his number 1 counterpart as try to get it into Steingas. Goes off of Steingas, and it'll be still Pittsford ball. Steingas throwing it back over to Fliss. And Hilton not taking any chances whatsoever defensively here, trying to get this ball back. Fliss on the far side. Over to Green. Erskine in the middle of this formation. Steingas pulling back. It'll be Green scoring! 3rd today for number 29, Jackson Green. It's 9-0. And if Pittsford's anything, they are consistent. 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second. Now 3 goals in the third as Jackson Green has scored in all 3 quarters. And he can score from every angle. He's one of the best athletes in all of Section 5. Fine family as well, as the face-off will be won, but those Sharks on the ride here for Pittsford. And this will be over to Hilton. So Steingas getting an assist on that last goal. Working his way in, they strip from behind. And getting to that ground ball, coming up with it is Keegan Ahern. Ahern in transition, dishing it off to DeMayo. The feet a little high here. Erskine back to DeMayo. And DeMayo realizes, nope, defense is there. Time to pull the ripcord here, and let's get in our offensive personnel. 1:20 remaining here in the quarter. DeMayo's still staying out there for a little longer. Maybe they'll let him have this run. As Fliss dishing it down low as DeMayo gets the feed. DeMayo stripped from behind, and that'll still be Pittsford ball. So DeMayo will be on the attack here in this possession. And if Pittsford wants to, they could hold for the last shot. Brady Getz, guarded by Coons. DeMayo between the hashes. As we're down to 43 seconds remaining in the quarter. Taking a leisurely jaunt is Luke Fliss along the far sideline. Robert Taddeo will come over here to play a little defense. 28 seconds remaining as Pittsford holding for the last shot. Fliss. Fliss going in. The shot. And that'll be behind the cage. Trapped there by Mosier. And not much time here for Pittsford, for Hilton, I should say, to do anything but fire it down the field. That's caught on the fly. And it'll be flung ahead. Nolan Dehan will give him a save on that one as it's Pittsford in control. The Panthers looking to get back to the championship game. They've got 12 minutes to do it here. We head to the 4th on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
I can imagine whoever is the winner of the McQuaid-Penfield game watching this back and saying, boy, we got a lot of work to do for the Class A championship game. Is Pittsford well on their way here to getting back to that game at St. John Fisher University, Groundy Stadium, coming up Tuesday night. That will be a scheduled 7:30 face-off as, well, Hilton has won the face-offs here, but this has been the problem, the clearing attempt. But racing ahead will be Drew O'Buck, and O'Buck stepping into the box. He'll push it back here. So let's see if Hilton can get on the board here. Our score is 9-0 as the shot goes off the iron. Hilton can't catch a break, racing to the far side, and closest to where it went out was Jackson Green. How about that, is Cowley letting that one go. Green with 3 goals today, and he's going to get a rather easy clear here. Jackson Green giving it back to Steingast. DeMayo staying out there, sending it over, and then Coons knocking that one away. And a shot there by number 16, Ian Erskine. Erskine with 2 goals today. DeMayo lost the handle. Gets it back. Pittsford spreading it out here.
Come on, Charlie.
On the right hash. Now it goes over to DeMayo. DeMayo with it. Makes a move. Jackson Green with it. Over to the left side. Now dishing it back. 10:30 remaining in this game as Green, looking for his 4th, sends it just wide. Special shout out to Jason Mosier, who in that first half in particular made some great saves for the Cadets. There's Charlie Ryan getting a run in, number 22, sending it back up top. Steingast with it. He'll pull back, send it over to Green. DeMayo on the left hash. DeMayo working his way in, fires, and Mosier climbs the ladder, makes the save. Mosier finding his man and racing up the field is Braden Pike. Pike will get the clear here in just a minute, stepping into the box. And the good defense there, led by the keeper, Jason Mosier, with another save. 9-0, our score remains. Keegan Ahern with the long pole, number 27, as it goes over to the far side. Cowley with it. Over to Braden Pike. And this will be Chase Wilson. Wilson, wait, he's something's wrong here. He's tangled up. He was calling for the official for a stop, but they let it go. And whatever it was, play will continue on. Pike on the left side. Guarded by Steingast. Make that another switch coming over to number 25, Tommy Anderson. The long pole. In Cowley with it. Cowley trying to work his way in. Fires and scores! And Hilton is on the board. Aiden Cowley with his team leading, 42nd for the senior. and it's now 9-1. What an amazing run by Pittsford. 26-0. They had the scoring advantage so far in the sectionals, and Green, Kyle, you can kind of see by his body language there. It's like, yeah, I scored, but knows there's a lot more work to do here. Josiah Joyner will take the draw here for Pittsford. Once again, it'll be Drew O'Buck. O'Buck winning the draw, but putting it on the turf. That's going to be pushed out. Oh, I thought Wilson had knocked it out of bounds, but they're going to still give it over to Hilton. So let's see if the Cadets can string something together in a 9-1 game. As Cowley with it. Going to be guarded by Jackson Green. Cowley shoots it wide. And racing over to the end line, Kevin Bell, number 22, will go over and pick up a ball. Save is made by Dean, and he goes into the crease. Traps that one. Good outlet pass, finding his man straight ahead. Gets it over to Dane Lewis. Dane Lewis, the long pull. Pittsford in transition, getting it down low. The shot and the goal. The beneficiary of that transition, Ian Erskine, with his third of the afternoon. 31st of the season. It's 10-1. So 3 goals for Jackson Green, 3 goals for Ian Erskine. Pittsford gets Hilton caught in an unsettled situation. At the X being controlled. Cowley going in, it's stripped from behind, but picking it out of the air is Wilson. Kesselring will get the assist on that last goal. Wilson throwing it back near midfield, 50-50 ball. And looked like that might have been offside. They let it go as now Braden Pike coming up with it. Luke Lockhart on the left side. Guarded by Avery Valenti. Braden Pike working his way in. Pike shoots and another save made. Dean going down low. Pike trying to come up with that ground ball, and Dean will come out with it. Dean creating a little bit of space here, and he will lead the charge ahead as DeMayo catches it on the fly like a wide receiver, sending it ahead. Penalty coming up, it'll be against Hilton. Delayed penalty as the feet going down low. Erskine, tic-tac-toe. Erskine dishing it off to Charlie Ryan. Charlie Ryan, the sophomore, with his 7th of the season on the delayed penalty. And our score is 11-1. Coons kind of caught in between there. So the penalty is waved off, and again, that was all started thanks to the save by Nolan Dehan going in down low, making one of those saves you shouldn't. Taking the draw is the long pole, Bennett. Green can't find the ball there. He'll come up with it. Green working his way out of trouble, sends it over to the near side. Penalty coming up, another delayed penalty. It's going to be against Hilton. So the penalties when in that last play, they're released. Ground ball near midfield, and keeping it will be number 12, Ben Steingass. We're past the midway point of the fourth quarter. Steingass between the hashes. Moving on the right hash. Steingast sending it back over to Green, now over to the left side. As Colin Cahill tracking that down. Cahill sending it ahead, so Pittsford can be very, very picky here, knowing they're going to get the possession in the end. The shot will go wide. Flag is down, so we'll have only our second man up today for the Panthers, an 11-1 game. So 1 minute going up on the board here.
Penalty issued to Hilton Central's number 29, Justin Guest. It's 1 minute for a slash.
Justin Getz getting that penalties for the slash. There's Pittsford. Let's see their man up here. There's Fliss. Back up top, Steingast fires and sends it wide. Really gripped that and ripped it, but it'll be Cole Getz going on the end line, picking up a ball. 39 seconds remaining in the man up. Fliss on the far side, dishing it off. Shot from the far side. Second here this quarter for Charlie Ryan, making it 12-1. 4:48 remaining here. Charlie Ryan, man up goal. Good form there by number 22, the sophomore. The next wave here, so to speak, at Pittsford. Taking the draw now for the Panthers will be Nick Holmquist. Still being contested. Both teams playing as if this is a tie game right now. Yeah, we've got to love that. Getting that ground ball on the far side is Brady Quill. And we get a timeout called by Pittsford.
Timeout, Pittsford.
So with the timeout, we will take a quick break here. It's the Class A semifinal in boys lacrosse here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsford, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email Ben at varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
Pittsford 12, Hilton 1, and Pittsford out of timeouts. Hard to imagine them wanting another timeout, though, when you have an 11-goal lead with 4:27 remaining. They maintain the possession as a result of that timeout. And the feed going up top, empty net now, as Hilton is going to just try some different things here, as that will roll in the midfield. 50-50 ball being contested. It looks like it went over. It did. So offside the call against Pittsford. So it'll be Hilton trying to get goal number 2 here on the afternoon. Aiden Cowley has the lone goal for the Cadets, flings it over to the far side. This will be Pike with it. As Dane Lewis with the long pole trying to get it away. Pike in trouble, comes up with it, sends it wide, and it's going to be Pittsford ball. Hold on. Yeah, the signal came. Well, one official is saying Hilton. The other one on the far side was saying Pittsford, but there wasn't a Hilton player anywhere near there. Cowley with it. 3:40 remaining. Cowley working his way in as Henriksen, remember the hockey team. Big assist on that game-winning goal. Henriksen in their number 8 now. Hankinson, I beg your pardon, is the shot. Save is made. Liam Brett in goal now for Pittsford, we should mention. He did come in earlier as the transition. We got a lot of different names and numbers out there now for both teams. But this is one guy that's played the whole game, Pike with it. Pike working his way in. Pike shoots and scores. Makes their score 12-2. So Braden Pike with his 27th of the year, and he's got bright days ahead. Only a sophomore here at Hilton. At the X. And who knows, this might be our last face-off here of this game. Drew a buck. A buck trying to fight his way through, and he will get it into the box. Then we get a whistle, and we get a timeout called by Hilton. So Tim Burns wants to coach his team up here, as it's a 10-goal lead here in the fourth to the Class A semifinal boys lacrosse on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Reminder, we will have the Class B, Class A, Class C, Class D, all 4 sectional finals. 2 games on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, all from St. John Fisher University. So thank you once again to Section 5 for having us. And for you for logging on. Appreciate you. As it'll be Colley to inbound. So Hilton with 1 timeout remaining. Colley going in, and then making the save there, I believe, was Liam Brett, kicking it wide. And it will be a clearing attempt coming up here for the Panthers. Looking to put the final touches on this game. Game that's never been in question as ground ball on the near side as Gordon Fagan, that's number 33, Cole gets. Fagan over there as well as now ground ball near midfield. Nobody wants to go offside. Not sure what the call is here. So we have a loose ball push that's going to go against the Cadets. Hankinson, number 8, to bring it ahead. Hankinson will have it on the near numbers. 2 minutes remaining. Midfield, turnover. Hilton looking for their third as going in. Cowley shoots and scores. Aiden Cowley with his 43rd of the season. Second this afternoon. Or we could say this evening it's 12-3. You could see Cowley. If it's going to be, it's up to me. Going in and no hesitation. Gordon Fagan to take the draw for Pittsford. That's actually Nick Holmquist, I beg your pardon. As this will be Pittsford ball. Feet ahead, knocking it down are the Cadets. In there is Fagan. And coming up with it is number 34, Jack Engen. Jack has it, and gets it over to the near hash. He'll hand it off, and they'll step off himself. And one final possession in this game. And for Pittsford, their backups have a chance here to get a little work in. Feed a little offline. That's going to result in a ground ball rolling all the way down the field. And it's going to go over here to the Cadets with 58 seconds remaining. Impressive game here where Pittsford, after 3 quarters of play, raced out to a 9-0 lead. And then at that point, different players checking in for Pittsford, and fourth quarter has had a different feel to it at this point. 47 seconds remaining. Shot goes wide. Braden Pike, shot, and goes off of something. It might have been the stick there of Liam Brett. Hilton looking to get one more here. Can they? As the shot, and a nice goal. 3 goals today for Aiden Cowley, and that likely will be the last goal of his high school career. 44th of the season. Just 27 seconds remaining, making our score 12-4. Working against Zach Bennett. Face-off once again won by Hilton. As Metrano going in. Metrano shoots and scores. So Hilton is going to close out this game on a 4-0 run. And good for the Cadets, fighting right till the end here. That's the junior, Zach. Make that Michael Metrano. Zach Metrano plays for St. John Fisher. This is Mike Metrano going in. Just underneath the crossbar. Hilton looking for one more as Drew O'Buck winning that draw. O'Buck having a little bit of an issue here as that's going to be stripped away. Nick Schmitz with a caused turnover, and then he gets hit in the back. And so with 1 second remaining, the ball will be going over to Pittsford or to Hilton, and that will do it. The horn sounds. A dominant performance today for the Pittsford Panthers as they advance to the Class A championship game. Pittsford now 16-2 on the season. And for the Hilton Cadets, they wrap up their season. They get a sectional win over RH today falling, and their season wraps up with a 9-9 record. Well, coming up next, McQuaid and Penfield in the other Class A semifinal. So Pittsford awaits the winner of that game Tuesday, May 30th, 7:30 from St. John Fisher University on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Special thanks to CVC, Chris Van Kampen, Spencer on camera, and our director, Joel Balthaser, team leader, Ben Turchin. My name is Gene Battaglia. Once again, our final score today from Victor High School. It's Pittsford over Hilton, 12-5, the final, here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.